hear firsthand.
This kind of sound.
Let's hear the rest of it.
Why am I so happy sitting here on my own, eating at McDonald's, in a car, on a Monday morning, 6 o'clock? Good morning! So this is the actual real introduction to the vlog. I'm on my way to Cambridge from Devon. I thought I'd do a little bit of a road trip, as I haven't really been able to get away much this year. We've got some big projects going on. This is the vehicle that I'll be travelling in, this incredible not MX-5, but it is a Toyota Urban Cruiser 1.3. I'll go into the car details in a little bit when I get back on the road, so if you're not into cars or you find that a little bit boring, you can skip ahead a little bit. But I will go into a bit more of the specifications and why this car, what's good about it, what's bad about it. But yeah, just wanted to get on the road, go out to Cambridge, going to be making a few stops on the way, service stop. A bit sunnier than it was earlier. I started quite early, but I wanted to. I'm just probably about a third of the way up the M5 from the road from Barnstable in Devon up to Birmingham, where I'm going to be making a quick stop, and then I'll be going over east over to Cambridge from there. So yeah, thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next part of the trip. Back onto the M5, really sunny this morning, beautiful, new driving weather, nice and dry. 1.3 spooling up, come on, come on. It's comically far, not far. But anyway, this is the Toyota Urban Cruiser. Now this isn't a car review, but I thought, as I'm driving a car, I love cars, there may be some people that also love cars, interested in cars, watching as well. I'm going to put these back on while we're driving in this angle, just untangle it from my hair. I had a haircut to extinguish this issue. Anyway, so this is a 1.3 and it's probably the slowest car I've ever owned and the slowest car I've ever driven. It's really slow. 1.3, I don't know why they even bothered putting it in to this car. It's not a massive car, it's probably really lightweight. I mean, the doors are like tinfoil when you open and close them, which I'm not going to demonstrate right now. But the thing is, it's not a bad cruiser. Now it's up to speed, it's got 6 gears. Well, on the M5, just for reference as well. So it's fine at this sort of range. Speed, cruising ability, it's fine, but it's really not got much pump. It's got no turbo. But it's a Toyota, so it will never blow up. It's currently done. Currently reading at 118,000 miles, 54 mpg. For petrol, which isn't hybrid or electric in any which way, is pretty good, over 50 mpg. Also notice that this camera is incredibly wide. Has a wide angle on it, so you're seeing everything. You're seeing this horrendously plasticky trim in here, which I really don't like. It's almost like a Lexus grey, Lexus sort of silver colour. It's got a slight beige to it, which I'm not a fan of at all. But it's a lot better than whatever the other two were. It's called the Urus. What is this? AURIS. So yeah, we're on the way up to Cambridge in the Cruiser, the Urban Cruiser, because that sounds really trendy. When they made it, they thought people were going to buy that because it sounds good. Urban Cruiser, I'm not entirely sure it's the most appetising sounding car, but it does the job. It's incredibly reliable. I know it will not break down at all. It's sort of one of those sayings, isn't it? It's when I do these big road trips and have road trips planned in the future, I think, you know, Range Rover, Land Rover Discovery, what a lot of space, what the iconic car representing the UK, Britain, all these bits and pieces. But at the same time, I saw somewhere, probably in YouTube comments somewhere, that if you buy a Land Rover, Range Rover, it will get you anywhere in the entire world. But if you want to come back again, probably go in the first place in a Toyota. Land Cruiser, RAV4, 4Runner, Urban Cruiser, any of these massively successful, especially the Land Cruiser, of course, most world famous for being the most invincible car of all time, I'd probably say, maybe after the Black Cab. But off-road capabilities, things like that, hands down the winner. So on the way up to Cambridge, I'm going to make a stop and see a friend on the way in Birmingham, because you've got to basically, on the route I'm going up the M5 and then across to the A14, you go across the edge of the port of Birmingham anyway, so I thought I might as well. One thing I've realised on this journey so far is the sun's just so low in the sky. I mean, maybe it's because I've never driven north-east sort of direction in the morning on many road trips, other than sort of Edinburgh, I suppose, up the A1. Sort of, it's always in your peripheral. It's sort of everything has just got this sepia tone to it. It's really, yeah, interesting. But I've just pulled over for the second time, well, third technically, but the first was me starting off. So it was just second time, really, at what a services, but it seems to be the fanciest services in the world. Look at this. More of a farm shop, but it's a services nonetheless, so they might do a nice refreshing apple juice of some description from the orchard on the side of the M5. I went for Gusto Organic Real Cola. A zesty drink to keep you going. And I've arrived in Birmingham. Slight stop off on the way, but let's get into the city. I'm just stopping for a Pret. We don't have a Pret in North Devon, so it's quite a thing to come out and have one. Things are travelling, I'm a bit fed up. Things travelling on your own, you get a bit fed up with it in the end. But luckily I'm meeting up with someone in a moment. It's just nice to be out somewhere else. It sort of reminded me how much I'm not a massive fan of big cities. Come in, it takes ages to get like a mile in the car. I felt busier than central London today. But yeah, it's nice to be here. I haven't really been here in the sun. I only ever came here when I had an interview with the BBC in the pouring rain at night time. Not a very pleasant hotel. So yeah, mixed thoughts on Birmingham, but there's a Tim Hortons, so I'm going to go there in a moment. Or with my date. Birmingham just hasn't lost its sort of industrial feel. It's still very much a city being built. You can see some tram lines being put down behind me. Always feels like it's got building work going on everywhere. There's always a road shut. There's always a diversion. Is it ever complete? So the Apple store, I'm sort of in the process of thinking, do I want to switch? But I'm not entirely sure. This isn't shot on an iPhone, I must say, but Apple store, I think in Cambridge I'll be in there, have a little look, little dabble, The thing with Apple at the moment for me is the ecosystem. It's both the reason for and against. Sort of, I like the ecosystem for ease of use, compatibility. Everything links up, but then at the same time, it blocks out everything else that you've ever owned or used, or to buy everything as an add-on and everything's accessory. There's no ports, so it's sort of for and against really, both the reason and the reason not to. Well, that was my time in Birmingham. City compared to Devon is so busy. Anyway, I'm going to keep going on to Cambridge, which is also a city, but it's not as busy. Yeah, checking in a bit.
Have you anything else to say?
Well, I made it here to Cambridge. Now this is my little secret parking area, but classic Cambridge. Sports greens, big houses, and many leaves. Oh, it's good to be back. I'm being back to my second home. I used to live in Cambridgeshire, so very fond of it, very familiar with it. Very excited to be back actually, and meeting all the different people I'm going to meet this week. I'm intending to meet a different person every day while I'm up here for a little while, getting the social element in. The battery's pretty low now, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to film. I'll try and give you some shots of Cambridge. It feels so odd being back. It's a little bit like a dream at the moment. I think give it a couple of days and I feel like I'm actually here. So I've just arrived at my hotel. Sorry the light's off, but I just got to show you this. It's I don't think I really knew what I was booking when I. It's absolutely stunning. Now I'm going to show you the outside in a second. Look at this. Hampton Court Palace.